This scenery is wonderful. Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer.
Stick around.
Time to go.
The tide rises. Yeah.
Rain of
Time to go.
bullets.
Stick around.
The wind knows me.
Rain of bullets.
And shroud. Yeah.
Well played.
Who says there aren't benefits to a life of wandering? One with nature.
Oh, we're finally here! So this is your home, Lualani? Paimon can't wait to have a look around.
See? What did I tell you? A dip in the hot springs after a battle is just the best.
Fetch me a bottle of wine, would you, dear?
Just one? Let's get another. It's still early in the day, isn't it?
Want to go to Golden Dusk later?
Now this is a vacation.
Wow, it's so lively around.
We try to treat every day like a holiday around here. Now, let me show you around. Show Cheekwe Cattle Records. The hot springs, of course. Natural hot springs have
Wait,
Oh, don't be shy. Mualani! Huh? Oh, Auntie Atea!
please.
That's right. They only just arrived.
Hi there!
I'm Mualani's neighbor, Atea.
Yeah, I was this. Anyway, it's all in the past. Oh, wait. You'll.
Hold it right there, young lady. Have you forgotten the rule about bathing in the hot springs?
Rule? Oh, wait,
There's a rule about
That's right. Outlanders have to complete a trial at an artificial hot spring.
It's not nearly as scary as it sounds. A few travelers have gotten. But seriously, Auntie Atea, do we have to be so strict?
Famous.
Oh, that sounds dangerous.
Exactly.
Okay,
That's more like it. And don't try anything funny. I'm
relax.
much better. Hey, you over there! How many times have I told you no roughhousing near the hot spring?
Oh, shoot! That weird lady!
Stop right there!
She sure has a lot of energy.
Back before I inherited my ancient, she referred to anyone who came to the.
If Paimon lived here,
It's just. The doctors managed to save her. Abyssal power still exists within her body.
Oh, no wonder she is.
That's normal. She's worked tirelessly over. Anyway, let's head to the artificial.
Oh, I see. That's a...
See, I told you the chief would agree. Well, let's get moving then. We can't let a war.
Hey, Amina, Hikaru, Marukao. You three seem particular.
Oh, Mualani!
This is the Traveler and Paimon.
Oh, what a coincidence.
We think Auntie Atea.
Really?
Okay, so why specifically the hot springs in the cave to the north of our settlement? She could never come into contact with. Yeah, so we got to thinking, what if we renovate? Chief Amina thinks it's a great idea.
Of course. I'm a little busy right.
Of course. These artificial springs are pretty new. But and you two, I know you want to focus on a
You got it, Chief. We'll keep an eye out.
All right, we're off then.
I'm also gonna head out. Have fun.
Finally, it's hot spring time. Oh, I already arranged.
Yeah, it's so nice.
The first time I came to the hot, it was actually pretty funny looking back on it. I was too young to remember the. So feel free to go for a swim.
Okay, here.
Auntie Atea, you really came to check on us?
Of course. The temperature in the artificial.
Oh, thank.
Well, very few young people to bathe in a hot spring.
Hey.
All right. Looks like you were able to adapt to the Well, I've got to get going. Oh, and make that better not happen again, whether I'm.
Okay.
Paimon didn't think you were the type to do something like that.
I remember thinking I'd totally get away with it too. Some people get dizzy if.
Paimon's fine, just a bit.
Looks like you two are not. I certainly don't try. In exchange, though, I can recommend. Huh?
Yeah, she brought us. Friends are supposed to help.
Well then, the more the merrier. All right, we should get going. Let's organize the best hot spring gathering Natland's ever seen.
There are leaves around, and I know just the tune to accompany them, if you wish to hear it.
Time to go.
Mualani! Wait, you brought our guests too?
We're here to help.
But you're important guests. We can't put you to work.
All right. Stop trying to out-polite each other, would you? The sooner we get this party started, the sooner we get to enjoy the real party. Now, where to start? Looks like the water outlet is blocked pretty bad. We'll need to dig under it. Ooh, those boxes in the corner need to be thrown out as well. Oh! They're moldy as all get out! Ugh. Also, someone needs to go out and get some cloth, wood, and decorations. Oh, and snacks too. I say we get enough for 20 or 30 people. Bulk purchases fetch the best prices after all. Oh, but don't just accept the first offer they give you.
Hey, I'm not any better.
Yeah, that works. I can introduce you to all the shops while we're at it. All right, let's meet back here later.
The wind knows me.
Hey there, Yellowpath. Hope this...
Well, if it isn't Moalani...
That's right.
Well, it wouldn't be a competition.
Here, it's all on the list.
Wow, that is...
That's right.
Wait, you're saying...
Come on, I know you can...
All right.
Wow, that was amazing!
Interested? They won't come cheap.
I'm not planning to haggle this time. Nope. Kachina likes shiny little trinkets. I'll hold on to them for now.
All right, that should be everything.
Let me see...
That's on the house. 7 years ago, when the abyss... So, send her my...
Oh, we will. It's gonna... Well, that's our shopping done. We're back. How's everything going? Wow, this place cleaned up nice.
I would hope so. Did you guys get everything?
Oh, we brought back tons.
All right then, roll up your sleeves.
Actually, why don't you two take a break? So, I was brainstorming on the way over, and I'm thinking we could... So, what do you think?
It looks amazing.
Well, I'm usually the one in charge of the family store, so I'm pretty good at things like not to mention this was
Yeah, tonight's definitely not good.
I see. Well, let's call it a day then. Traveler, Paimon, you must be tired too.
Into the wind. Follow the wind. Time to go.
All right, this is it. Get a good night's sleep, okay?
Yep, good night. Paimon. Anyway, we need to be well.
Why now?
Hi? What's with all the noise?
Traveler, Paimon, wake up!
Moalani?
It's the Abyss. Our patrols are trying to drive them back as we speak. Come with me. I'll take you somewhere safe.
Moalani, a little help over here. We can't hold them back.
One moment. I'll be right there. Really? That's perfect. I've been waiting for the chance to fight by your side. Hang in there. We're here to help. guard the abyss. Destroy them! Carving waves! Woohoo! Amazing!
Thank you.
I'm ready. Go help the others.
I almost died.
Catch an epic wave! Whoosh! Faster! Amazing!
Tide rises.
We've cleared out most of the monsters over here. Thanks for your help. Looks like we're still in for... Let's go ask Amina.
Carving waves!
Amina!
Oh, it's you three. Thank you for helping. We were prepared for an attack.
Where'd they come from this time?
The east side. An abyssal pile?
A kind of gate created by the abyss. The only way to end the attack is to destroy the pylon as soon as possible. Otherwise, the end...
Exactly.
All right, we'll go seal off the one to the east. Traveler, Paimon, can I count?
Of course! We can't do... On behalf of the people of this...
Let's go. There's no time to lose. Take...
Thank goodness you were here.
Mulani, is that the pylon?
That's it, all right. Come on, let's get rid... this thing.
Amazing!
Out of the way or get blown away.
Rain of bullets!
Let's ride!
Rain of bullets!
Let's shred, Sharky!
Slip, slide, sprint!
Carving waves!
Pylon! It's over there! Hurry!
Settle down. Rise.
One with nature. Fallen leaves adorn my night. The wind knows me.
Order guide you. Bow your head. Let the mighty be humble. Silence.
I hear everything. Can't see?
Solidify.
One with nature.
Check this out! Best of luck! Whew! That should do it, right?
I don't see any more monsters, so...
Do these attacks happen a lot?
Yeah, it makes things hard sometimes. Besides, the Abyss doesn't care how difficult our lives. Come on, we should head back. Huh? What are you looking at? Is there something over there?
You're right. Mualani, look! They're coming! Wait, that area looks kind of familiar.
What? How unlucky can we get? We just finished the renovations. We probably don't have any reinforcements over there, so it's up to us. Let's move!
Huh? Seems like the monsters are decreasing in number.
Come on, everyone, keep it up!
Carving waves!
Tide
Into the
rising.
wind. As one with wind and cloud. The wind knows me.
This is order. Stabilize. Bow your head.
You can't hide!
Silence.
Woohoo!
Ataya, what are you doing here? Where's the pylon?
Where do you think? If I'm here, means that thing is long gone. I was in a hurry, so it's not my best work. You should check if all the important stuff is still here.
Stop talking for now. That wound looks bad. The abyssal power is corroding your body.
Is this the right area? Hello? Anyone there? Mulani and Ataya.
Ataya took care of it, but she's in...
All right, stop.
Wait, no. This was...
Ataya!
You think I could... And you, Mualani.
Oh, forget about that.
The impurities and the elemental energy we embody repel each other.
What? The crystal has been purified? When?
The anguish he feels has brought him to tears. I also came across a teardrop crystal. Can you purify it?
Ataya! Ataya! Wait, what do you mean? What is this? Some sort of purification? The abyssal power, it's being cleansed away!
How can that be? I never knew that was even possible.
Ataya! Yes, thanks to the Traveler. By the way, Traveler, are you alright? I just saw you purify abyssal power from it. You're sure? Good.
Thank goodness. You scared us all half.
Alright, everyone, head back and get some rest. We'll celebrate Ataya's recovery, and most importantly, we'll show the Traveler and Paimon how grateful we are for their aid.
Got it!
Got any other secret powers I should know about? But seriously, you really came through for us tonight, so thank you.
Paimon almost forgot you had that ability. You used it back at... That was some quick think...
Abyssal power still exists within her body.
We think Auntie Ataya's illness has taken a turn. She can never come into
Hello?
one with nature.
Who knew that sorry is
Follow the wind.
Not interested in hanging out with the other kids? Snacks not to your taste? Hot spring temperature too high? None of the above, huh? I heard you were the one who cleansed the abyssal power yesterday. You sensed it, didn't you? I was hoping to keep it a secret for a few more days. Didn't want to ruin the celebrations and all. But looks like it was no use. Hey, kid!
Who, me?
Yes, you. Come on. Let's go for a walk.
Hey, where are you going? Did something happen?
Just going to get some air. It's too noisy in here. You have fun. We'll be right back. Oh, and there are extra snacks in that box over there if they need replenishing. Baked them all fresh this morning.
All right, sounds great.
Mualani.
Yeah?
You've gotten so tall. You know that. Feels like just yesterday you were that rambunctious kid causing trouble all around the hot springs. It's like all that time passed in the blink of an eye. Tell me, how are your parents?
They're away on business. Seriously, Atea, what's going on? You're acting strange. Traveler, did something happen? Both of you seem a little off today.
I guess I should explain. I wasn't visiting the hot springs because I was getting better. And that pylon yesterday, I didn't go face it by myself because I was reckless or too anxious to wait for reinforcements. It's because my body isn't going to last much longer. Your friend saved my life in that cave, and because of that, I got to enjoy this celebration with you all. But I'm just a few days shy of the end. The hot springs, I'm just trying to enjoy them for as long as I have left.
Oh.
Mualani?
That better not happen again, whether I'm here to catch you or not. That's...
Yep. But yesterday, I was seeing you out there, even if I was never injured. Old age would still take me one day. Just remember, whether in life or death, I am always with you.
I understand. Seems like you've given this a lot of thought, Atea. Thank you for telling me all this. I'll do everything in my power to protect our tribe, our nation, and live up.
Good. Oh, and if any of you have the chance to meet with the Archon, could you give this to her for me? A talisman I've carried with me. It's brought me good fortune in battle. Even after I became too... Just tell her...
Don't worry. We'll make sure...
All right.
Traveler, Atea, Mualani!
Excuse... Life is a journey.
Paimon feels like a whole new Paimon after the... Still, spending time... The Kaholosaurs are so... Oh, and Atea's snacks were yelling at some kids who got...
Hey, you guys. Sleep well last night?
Yep, this area is so nice.
Glad you like it. I was thinking of taking you guys out to do some sea fishing. Later tonight, we can eat whatever we catch. Fresh fish is absolutely delicious right off the grill.
Hey, Mualani!
Yeah? What do you need?
The team sent out to fight in the Night Warden Wars has returned.
And Kachina? Is she back as well?
Kachina fell in battle. But don't worry, the team was victorious, so the rite of resurrection will be held in the stadium soon.
That's a relief. The Abyss is cunning, and it was her first time. Mistakes are bound to happen.
Exactly. She deserves to hold her head up high.
All right, thanks for letting me know. Jeez, she sounded a little anxious there.
Mualani, like, think about all those, not that Paimon wants them to be in any...
At a glance, it certainly... But through our long... 500 years ago, the Abyss... That's right. And Natlan was the worst affected of all. It took the combined efforts of the then Pyro Archon and heroes from... Even so, our tribe's waters were contaminated. It was like each disaster was designed for... Exactly. We now believe the Abyss...
And that's how it became so dangerous.
Yes. And that's, luckily, the problem. Now every tribe is prospering.
You must have had to sacrifice a...
Every battle, every responsibility. But I believe to think that my name could survive in ballads passed down to future generations, it's kind of romantic. Everyone has something that drives them forward, you know? We have to. Not only for ourselves, but for our future. Anyway, let's head to the stadium. The sea's not...
Whoa, this place is packed already!
Of course. No one's gonna... Kachina's gonna be so flustered. She's never had this many eyes on her before.
Yeah, she doesn't seem like the kind of person...
Looks like I'm just in time.
Kenichi!
Yeah, a commission ran longer than expected.
Yeah, it's all taken care of.
Hey, look! Is it about to start?
That's right. So come on, let's find a spot with a... Let's go somewhere higher up, so...
Warriors of Natlan, heed the call of life. We are the inheritors of memory and legend. Those who grew alongside sun and wind. Those who forged our own destiny and future. That is Natlan's fire, the lifeblood of our nation.
I could not find Kachina within the Night Kingdom, or locate her ancient name.
What?
What does that even mean?
Usually once the ode is complete, the Pyro Archon and resurrected person will emerge from the flames. But something went wrong.
What's going on?
This has never happened before.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious. Clearly, the team sent to fight the Abyss didn't win after all. Think about it. The Ode rekindles all victors. We've witnessed it countless times. Since the Archon couldn't find Kachina in the Night Kingdom, that must mean there's more to this victory than meets the eye.
Hey! You just haven't gotten over the fact that Kachina beat you in the pilgrimage!
Pathetic. The both of you.
Your wild guesses are misplaced. We completed our mission.
Maybe you did, but who's to say whether that little girl even contributed at all? Maybe she got scared and ran off. Why would the YUB recognize someone like her, even if she was on the winning team?
How dare you insult a hero of Natlan like that? Kachina sacrificed herself to repel the Abyss. She doesn't deserve to be subjected to your vile rumors when she's not even here to defend herself.
Calm down, Mualani. There's no point arguing with the likes of them.
I can't just sit here and let them slander her like that.
To insult a hero of Natlan, the person actually has to be a hero.
You...
Think about it, everyone. Who do you think is really at fault here? A girl who never should have even gone to war? Or the great Pyro Archon? Why would the rules of our nation suddenly stop working?
That's true. If she wasn't revived, it must mean she failed to achieve victory.
Maybe the YUB interpret victory in different ways?
I mean, that girl didn't look all that strong to me.
Kachina wouldn't have run! That's not like her at all!
No, she's been waiting for this moment for too long. No matter how daunting the situation, no matter how scared she might feel, she's always the first person to stand up and face it head on. We don't even know what happened. So don't you dare try to use this as an excuse to vent your anger or slander her reputation.
Fine. We'll find out what happens soon enough. Then, we'll see who truly deserves glory.
That's enough. There is no doubt about today's victory, or Kachina's part in it. She is a hero worthy of our admiration and celebration. However, the failure of today's ceremony is undeniable. Kachina has not been rekindled, and I offer you all my deepest apologies as I continue to investigate this matter. To prevent further casualties, I have decided to suspend the pilgrimage until this matter is resolved.
What?
No one is all-knowing. No one is infallible, not even myself. But doubt is a means by which we seek the truth, not a weapon we wield against others.
I didn't mean it that way, Archon. I just...
If there are things you wish to clarify, then ask me directly. Doubt my answer if you wish, but now's your chance. You have concerns? State them.
No, of course not.
Even though I have said nothing to change your mind, then it would seem the truth never mattered to you at all.
That guy doesn't even have the courage to answer the Pyro Archon's question. So much for all that glory talk earlier.
I have a question, Archon. My friend Kachina. Do you have any idea where she is? It's extremely important to me. I know you said you were investigating the situation, but I'm sorry, that's not enough.
I've already shared everything I know. If you want to learn the truth and rescue your friends sooner, you should join the investigation. So, what do you say?
Of course I'll join.
In that case, come see me in the speaker's chamber.
We should join them.
Oh, and if it's not too much trouble, could you drop by as well, Traveler? I'd like to have a chat. Rest assured, everyone, I'll keep the tribal chiefs informed on the progress of the investigation. Once again, I apologize for the outcome of this ceremony. If there are no further questions, let's part for now.
Did she just ask us to come along?
I believe she did. Let's go. I'd like to know what's going on myself.
The situation is urgent, so I'll get straight to the point. Kachina is undoubtedly a hero of Natlan, and I'm deeply sorry this happened to her. There's been unrest in the Night Kingdom, but I don't know what's causing it. As a result, I've been unable to track down her location. Until we find and address the cause of the unrest, the Ode of Resurrection will continue to be ineffective.
And that means Kachina won't be able to come back?
That's correct. Not until the problem with the Night Kingdom is resolved.
How long will that take?
It's hard to say.
Kachina always dreamed of fighting the Abyss, of doing her part to defend Natlan. She wasn't afraid of death because she knew, if it came down to it, the Pyro Archon would be there to bring her back to life. Whenever we sat down together, exhausted from training, she would always hum the Ode of Resurrection. She was supposed to come back to us. We were supposed to hug her and celebrate with her and share her joy. We supported her every step of the way, but what are we supposed to do now? Sit peacefully and wait for her return? Lose ourselves in grief over her death? Tell me, are we her friends? Or her murderers?
That's not fair, Mualani.
It's all right. I understand your rage and your grief. Kachina's life means a great deal to me, Mualani. Believe me, I want to bring her back as soon as possible. I would give you that peace of mind if I could. But please, hear what I have to say so I can at least give you a broader picture of the issue we are now facing. Considering the recent attack on your tribe, I believe the Abyss has found a new means of undermining the rules of our nation.
You mean...
The Sacred Flame. the foundation of our resistance against the Abyss. If we continue to hold the pilgrimage and send teams to fight the Abyss, there will likely be more casualties. But if we stop altogether, the Sacred Flame will only grow weaker. The Abyss will scale up their attacks, and the tragedy we saw with the people of the Springs will only be the first of many.
If we compare the two choices, the former seems to be the lesser of two evils. Sorry, I know that may sound harsh, but I bear the name Malipo. Weighing the costs is my duty. The raw truth can be cruel. But we need to understand it if we want to approach this rationally.
But what would you say, Mualani? This is personal for you. And unlike Kanich, I dare say it's not a simple case of weighing up which course of action is less painful, is it?
No. I can't choose between them, and I don't want to. Saying that one is preferable over the other is disrespectful to the people who suffered.
You're saying it doesn't matter whether I suspend the pilgrimage. The consequences will be equally painful.
Yes. What happened to Kachina breaks my heart. But I couldn't bring myself to sacrifice other people for her sake.
And that is the crux of the problem. It's not simply a matter of choosing the lesser of two evils. Either way, there will be people who suffer. And the end result will be the same. Belief in the pilgrimage will waver. Once doubt has crept in, the people will no longer unite in battle against the Abyss. And that is exactly what the Abyss wants. Their ultimate goal isn't to break the rules that make the Ode of Resurrection work. It's to destroy the people's faith in them. To prevent what happened to Kachina from happening to anyone else, we need to suspend the pilgrimage. So that is my current plan. And in the meantime, I've made efforts to strengthen each tribe's defenses. Then, we have to find another way of strengthening the Sacred Flame to keep the Abyss at bay. This won't be easy. I'll need time to figure out the best approach. I understand your anger, Mualani, but I hope that provided some clarity at least.
Wow. Hyman thought things were gonna get heated for a second, but the pirate...
I owe you an apology, Archon. I let myself get carried away earlier, and I'm sorry. You're right. We need to focus on finding solutions.
We could always hold the pilgrimage without sending a team to fight in the Night Warden Wars. That way, we would still be able to fuel the Sacred Flame.
I've considered that, but the two events have nearly always been linked. Without the chance to fight the Abyss, pilgrimage rankings lose their prestige, and competitor numbers will drop. With fewer participants, the amount of contending fire produced will decrease, and the vicious cycle will continue indefinitely.
So, essentially, the Abyss is taking Kachina hostage.
You've learned about the concept of ley lines during your travels, yes? The Night Kingdom is something similar. Staying there for a short period of time shouldn't have an effect on the person. But with the Abyss in the picture, it's a different story. Your sense of self will be devoured, until eventually you become one with the Sea of Souls. Imagine pouring a cup of water into a rushing river. You can try to scoop up another cup, but there's no chance it will be the same water you had before. I won't sugarcoat it. That is the danger Kachina is currently facing.
Just like you said, Archon. Both of these problems need to be addressed. You can focus all your efforts on dealing with the Sacred Flame. I will go search for Kachina.
The Abyss poses the same threat to you as it does to her. It is very possible you will not return. Knowing that, do you still choose to go?
Kachina's waiting for us to rescue her. That's all that matters.
I failed to protect her during our campaign, but I can make it up to her now. I choose to go as well.
Traveler? What do you think?
Understood. Then I'll support you in any way I can. The Masters of the Nightwind have a technique that can extract an ancient name from the ley lines. If we can find Kachina's ancient name, I can use the link between them to pinpoint her position within the Night Kingdom. Then comes the hard part. You need to visit the Night Kingdom in person and rescue her.
But isn't the Night Kingdom a land of souls? Can we even go there?
Under normal circumstances, only the consciousness can enter. But there is a way to go there in person. However, know that the Night Kingdom will attempt to repel you, and the Abyss certainly won't leave you be.
That's fine by me.
Same here. Fighting the Abyss is nothing new for me.
So, Paimon's the only one.
Citlali of the Masters of the Nightwind once created an artifact that can be used to communicate with the Wyab. We call it the Spirit Speaker Stone. It was originally used as a ceremonial artifact wielded by the tribal chiefs, but that spiritual quality also means it can be used to search for an ancient name.
That was the artifact I delivered to the Scions of the Canopy a few days ago. Didn't think I'd be hearing about it again so soon.
Thank you so much for your help, everyone.
Your thanks are unnecessary. I will offer you whatever aid I can, but your fellowship and courage are what will truly decide the success of this operation. Besides, you're the ones helping me. I can only focus on one thing at a time, after all. Traveler, I certainly didn't expect our first conversation to be so serious. I've heard all about your accomplishments. Ever since you arrived, I've been hoping to meet you and offer you Natlan's highest level of hospitality.
Why?
Why? Is that not what happened in the other nations you visited?
Yeah, things were pretty
That's more like it. After all, I've heard you're someone who transcends fate. Perhaps even more than you can imagine. But we can talk about that some other time. Ideally, this would be the perfect night for a drink and some musical ambiance. But there are important things to be done.
Oh, I almost forgot. Atea was wounded in the fight against the Abyss. She wanted us to give this to you. It embodies fond memories and my strength of will. That's what she asked us to tell you. She said you'd know what that means.
I didn't think this day would come so soon. The flames of her life force. I can feel them flowing within the talisman. If things were different, the two of us could have enjoyed the hot springs together while she gave this to me in person. We're supposed to be hot spring buddies after all. But don't worry. This talisman means a great deal to me. I'll take good care of it, and once this is all over, I'll pay Atea a visit.
You said you didn't want to jeopardize the production of Contending Fire. But that's not at all why you decided to suspend the pilgrimage, is it?
You're right. Even now, the production of Contending Fire is far from sufficient. The gradual corrosion caused by the Abyss has resulted in a massive shortage of pyro energy, and we're currently at the breaking point. As things stand, the pilgrimage is a lost cause. Suspending it allows us to save our strength to defend the tribes. The Abyss has brought catastrophe to Natlan, and Kachina's disappearance in the Night Kingdom is a direct consequence of that.
We can't let the general public know that.
No. If the public learned that Natlan's destruction was close at hand, there would be immense panic. But if I said nothing at all, they would have continued to question the integrity of Natlan's heroes.
Another simple choice. The latter was clearly the better solution. But you chose otherwise.
I have never subscribed to the belief that the right choice is the one with the fewest sacrifices. Let's go. There's still a way for the sacred flame to last a little longer.
You mean...
Yes. Come with me. The sacred flame must never go out. Not only does it strike fear in the abyss, but it's also the pillar of Natlan's stability. So until our heroes are ready, I will sacrifice my power to keep it burning.
But that can only last so long. I think we should focus on the remaining ancient name-bearers.
Don't let desperation cloud your judgment. Those chosen by the Wyab have already embarked on their destined path. It is for them to decide how that journey ends, not us. All we can do is support them.
Even so, for you to make this sacrifice, it's not right.
If not me, then who? No other is capable of sustaining the sacred flame. I possess great strength, but I'm not above my people. This is part of my duty.
Archon, it's the Fatui!
The Archon of Natlan. A force to be reckoned with. The secret of the ley lines is no secret to me. Long have they been destined for ruin. And since the oath made 5 centuries ago remains unfulfilled, what use is the Gnosis in your hands?
I don't know what you mean. But it sounds like this is about more than the Tsaritsa.
In times of crisis, someone must pick up the mantle of salvation. Your plan has reached an impasse, and now it falls to me to create new rules for Natlan. But before the dawn of a new age, the old must be destroyed.
I assume that's the end of your speech? Good. People like us. Let our blades do the talking!
Yeah.
Masters of the Night Wind. Send word. The captain and his followers must be apprehended.
Are you alright, Archon?
He was a formidable opponent. Exactly what I would expect from the first of the Fatui Harbingers.
I never imagined someone could match you in combat. If the Tsaritsa sent him here, why would he bring up what happened 5 centuries ago?
Yeah. And how much does he know about Natlan?
The Harbingers are all driven by their own personal goals. The only purpose that unites them is collecting the Gnosis. But I'm sure the captain has his own reasons for being here as well.
Whatever his motive, we should shift our focus to the Fatui. If they attack again, and we're not prepared, we're done for.
No, we're running out of time. The wound I inflicted should hold him back and weaken him for the time being. Besides, I'm sure you noticed, the power that came to his rescue just now came from the Masters of the Night Wind.
In other words, there are traitors among us.
Not necessarily. This could prove to be a very valuable turn of events. When we exchanged final blows, I sensed an unusual presence within him. I'll need to investigate further. Kinich, go to the Masters of the Night Wind and look into who could have aided the captain. Speak to Citlali. She should know.
Of course, I'll head out right now. Do you still intend to...
Yes, but fear not. Natlan's strength has never rested solely in its Archon. Together we foresaw the only path that leads to our nation's future. We must trust in that vision now.
Is everything okay, Archon?
Completely fine. Just lamenting the fact that I never got a picture when I could still turn my hair into flames. Too late now. I just hope the others have a safe journey.
What's happening at the stadium? Did something explode?
It feels like the Archon unleashed her power. She must be fighting a formidable opponent.
Should we go back and check what's going on?
Have faith in the Archon. She wouldn't lose in a one-on-one confrontation.
Once we find Kachina's ancient name, we'll head right back.
Okay, let's just keep climbing. Emon really hopes nothing goes wrong.
That's Wyna, the tribal chief. Let's head over to him.
Chaska.
Nice to see you again, Wyna. I'm afraid we don't have time for pleasantries, so I'll get right to it. We're here for the Spirit Speaker Stone.
Whoa, hold on a second. At least tell me why you need it first.
My friend Kachina is trapped within the Night Kingdom. We need the stone to find her ancient name and rescue her.
Rescue her? From the Night Kingdom?
That's right.
I'm sorry, but someone needs to tell you what you don't want to hear. Going there, a mature warrior would never make such a foolish decision. The nature of battle is unpredictable. You never know how it's going to end. Losing a friend is tragic, but when that happens, the best thing you can do is focus on how to prevent further casualties.
I appreciate what you're trying to say, Chief Wyna. But if the price of maturity is abandoning a friend in need, I'll choose foolishness any day. If Kachina's still holding on, then so will I.
I thought you might say that.
Is something wrong, Wyna? This doesn't seem like you. Life isn't complete without taking risks. That's always been your mantra.
It's nothing. The Night Kingdom is a dangerous place. Can't blame me for checking if you were up to the task. If you're that determined, far be it from me to stop you. Here's the stone. Keep it safe, okay? It's not like we have a spare.
Thank you.
Huh. Seems like you two go way back. But aren't you from the Flower Festival?
Oh, Chaska's a peacekeeper, so she's famous throughout the tribes. She's always the one people call to resolve conflicts, so we slowly got to know each other that way. Her younger sister Quichi's always hanging around our tribe, too. She's helped us out a lot in the past.
Oh, you have a younger sister?
Yes. I'll introduce you to her sometime, but let's get back to business.
As you probably know, your intended destination is completely different from the real world. The Night Kingdom is like a rip in that sense.
We couldn't do that ourselves.
With a little practice, I'm sure you could. You have this...
Who?
Vichama. A legendary... He's got a keen eye and a well-honed intuition. Even his ancient name...
Vichama? Why does that name...
He's one of Auntie Atea's hot spring buddies. Where can we find him?
Ever since Malco passed.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Someone admiring the scenery from the cliff tops. Ah! That must be him! Hello there, are you Vichama?
That's me. Did you need something? What? You're saying you can bring someone back from the Night Kingdom? How is that even possible? No, if you really think about it, anything's possible in that kind of place. But that would mean...
Are you okay? You don't look so good.
Everything's fine. I'll help you, but I do have a small request. After I help you find Kachina's ancient name, I want to use the stone to look for my friends as well.
Your friend? Oh, why not mention someone named Malco? Is that who you're talking about?
Yes, but...
That's not a problem.
Yeah.
Then we're agreed. I see. From what I can tell, once the connection is established,
Wow, you got all that just...
I just picked up I'll go find an open area.
We'll go right away. What?
First, I'll need some hook...
Wait, are you saying you're...
By creating something...
Oh, I see. What about the second thing you needed?
Right. I need two chunks of obsidian. Once we bring the ancient names in... Normally, you can only get obsidian from the Children of Echoes. but I heard there's a traveling merchant from that tribe around here somewhere.
Gotcha!
Alright, let's split up. See that clearing? Let's meet over there when you're done. Oh, and you can send someone.
What do you think, Chaska?
Anyway, it'll take some time to set everything up.
What an odd guy. He seems so defeated, but also really invested in the stone at the same time.
I don't have any more insight than you, Paimon. Hang on, Kachina.
Whoa, watch your footing.
Hello.
Do you hook ropes? As in rock climbing equipment?
Yes. How much?
Oh, the whole thing?
Deal.
Wait.
What, you want me to drive down?
Oh, no problem at all. I'll even pass along some information on the house. These ropes are... All right.
Now we need the obsidian. Let's go talk to the travel...
Excuse me, do you sell obsidian?
Why, yes. I've got...
Perfect. Thank you so much. We'll wait here.
Relax. Everything's...
I know, it's just... Kachina always carries a...
Well, would you look at that? I did bring an extra. Here you go, young lady. How does it look?
Perfect! Thank you.
If you hadn't shown up, here you go. How's he doing?
Do you know what happened between them?
I heard about it in passing. Malco was an amazing... 5 years ago, but on the eve of battle.
Then what happened?
The team agreed that he couldn't... Vichama didn't argue. It's just... Vichama went into a deep... Oh, you're not wrong. I've tried convincing... The Abyss has cost... Anyway...
Did you get everything?
Yep, it's all here.
I've made all the necessary adjustments. As agreed, I'll help you find... Go ahead. After Malco fell, I scoured. If I had been there, I would have always...
But that happened. The Pyro Archon said...
There might not be much. All right. Let's get to it. Make sure you prepare yourselves for battle. As I said, the stone will link the mortal realm to the Night Kingdom. The Abyss will likely emerge in response.
Look at that golden thing. It must be one of those fragments Vichama mentioned. Let's get closer.
Time to go.
Whoa, monsters incoming! Watch out, everyone!
Settle down. Gather. And shroud. The wind knows me.
How much longer, Vichama?
Not long! We're getting close!
Vichama!
Quick! Take it! I found Kachina's ancient name. Hang in there, Malko. Just a little longer.
Something's not right. The power of the Abyss is getting stronger.
The Abyss is corroding his body. Vichama, you can't keep going. You'll die.
I should have died 5 years ago. I just need a little more time. Please, I'm almost there. Thank you.
Whoa, watch out! The power of the Abyss is strong.
This power.
Hanging in there?
Malko. No! Why can't I find him? Why?
We can't wait any longer. Pull him away from the stone, Mualani.
I already tried, but the power of the Abyss has him in a chokehold. It's like he's tied to the stone with an invisible rope.
In that case, we have no choice. I'm sorry, Seat Lolly. Get back!
Chaska, wait!
Ouch! What happened just now? It looked like the Spirit Speaker's stone was...
The stone's power was spiraling out of control. The only way to stop it was to destroy it. You were all caught in the shockwave of the explosion. You might feel dizzy for a while, but that's normal.
Give us a heads up next time, will you? You're lucky we managed to dodge it in time.
I thought I said to get back.
Yeah, barely a second before you made it go poof. Not everyone has your reflexes, Chaska. We were this close to getting dragged into the explosion.
Okay, I'll be more careful next time.
At least Kachina's ancient name is still in one piece. Wait, where's Vichama? Vichama!
Vichama!
I couldn't find Malko's ancient name. It must be completely gone by now. Once your ancient name disappears, there's no coming back. From the very beginning, I knew there was a slim chance, but still. And now... it's too late to save him. From the minute he left that day, it was already too late.
Vichama...
I'm sure he's heard enough condolences over the years. Let's just give him some space.
Huh? What's that in your hands, Vichama? It looks like something's glowing!
Huh? This is...
Hey, Malco. Got any strength left?
Not enough to swing a sword, but to say a few last words? Sure.
Too bad. No one will get to hear them. I never thought I'd actually die on this mission. Not that I'm afraid to die. It's just... hard. Thinking about my mom's face when she hears the news.
Guess I have something to be thankful for then. Pisak. Maybe you're right, Vichama. I'm so glad you didn't come with us. Don't be sad. Just keep on living. For the both of us.
Was that?
Seems like we were able to salvage something after all.
Of course. Seeing him, hearing his voice again, it makes me unbelievably happy. But
A deeper...
Malco was always the type to put on a brave face. But in that memory just now, his hands were shaking. For all these years, I regretted not being able to fight alongside him to the end. And now I know, at the end of his life, he was thinking the same thing.
Vichama...
I'm fine. When you asked for my help, but once allowed to fester, guilt strips us of our most valuable qualities as warriors. In that sense, we might as well... If I could do it all over again, I would have followed Malco to the front line. That way, even if there are critical junctures, that's something...
Thank you, Vichama. I promised I would find her, and I...
That's good to hear.
Once abyssal corrosion enters the body. Thanks to him, though, you were only... Just speaking from experience.
Anyway, we've recovered Kachina's... and...
Koichi, are you really...
I think you know exactly what I'm trying to say.
Honestly, it's just... They're back.
Koichi?
Don't play dumb with your... My apologies,
I'll be just a moment.
Who is that?
Koichi. Jask, it's not really my story to tell, but she was afflicted with a rare disease when she was... That strength of will pushed her.
For some reason...
Well, when she...
I remember those days. Eventually, she found a way to... It sounds like she still argues...
That's partly my...
Oh, I get it.
I'm all for your adventure. Still, I can understand where...
All right, it's just the two...
I don't have anything to say.
That attitude is exactly the problem.
Well, technically I...
Again with the excuse... We agreed, but a trip to the night...
What do you mean, sneak into the place?
You bought off Uncle Wina, didn't you?
You feel like he went back on his word.
Oh,
This is important.
You don't know that?
All right, whatever.
Oh, you...
Time out. Is this one of our normal arguments?
Chaska, does it sound like I'm...
Then...
But the person you become with...
That's a different issue.
I've also told you that...
Sometimes you have to make sacrifices. All right, let's stop this here.
Is that a threat? That sounds like a threat.
Koichi!
So, you're really...
Then support me.
So, that's it.
You two.
Something you wanted to say?
I know you aren't related, but...
Really?
You know, I said that very thing. It's not my place to get involved.
Thank you.
Anytime. All right, according to Kinich.
If only Tone-Deaf Bard was here, he could have repaired it just like the Holy Liar.
It might be in a few more pieces than you remember.
Huh? I see. Still, stay safe out there in the Night Kingdom.
We're back! We found Kachina's ancient name, too!
Well, it's fairly complicated. Let me give you the condensed version.
The Fatui again? We can't go anywhere without them causing trouble.
But what if the Fatui finds out you've lost your power? Won't they try to take advantage of the situation?
That's why it has to be our little secret. No one else can know, or we're asking for trouble. Look, I wish I could offer you some sort of consolation, but I won't lie to you. With multiple factions closing in, there's nothing comforting about the situation we're facing. Still, all you need to do is focus on your goal. You can leave the complicated matters to me.
I can also step in on the Pyro Archon's behalf. There's a limit to what I can accomplish, but I'll help you however I can.
There's no need to be so modest, Dion-san. Your incredible strength has long been a well-known fact. You're the pride of your tribe.
Archon, I'm sorry about before. You have so much on your plate, so much that you have to worry about. But all I could do was focus on my own feelings.
You have nothing to be sorry about. We all get overwhelmed by our emotions, myself included. Your reaction to Kachina's disappearance, I understand that feeling very well. Well, now that we have Kachina's ancient name, let's go track her down. Follow me.
What is this place? Hey, isn't that Atea's talisman?
Good eye. This is where I store all the various mementos I've collected.
Whoa. I've never seen this place before. There's so many things in here.
It looks like there are items from every tribe. Collecting them must have taken a lot of effort.
I suppose you could think of it as a hobby of sorts. In Natlan, everyone grows up listening to the stories of heroes, and physical items do a far better job of preserving those stories than our own memory. Now, I still have some preparations to make for the ceremony, so feel free to take a look around in the meantime. If you're curious about an item, I'm more than willing to tell you about its origins.
All right, we'll have a look.
This flower looks like it's thriving. You...
This fishing basket.
Hey, there's a fishing rod here. It must...
That's right. Ippy and I met in a tavern. In his eyes, I saw...
So, Did he do it?
The next time I saw him, he managed to kill the fish. Can a fisherman claim...
Well, Paimon thinks he...
That was my answer as well. In the end, he did...
Wait, that means...
Maybe we can go... The powder still needs some time to settle, so let's wait a little longer. Well, what do you think of my collection? Do you feel like you have a better understanding of...
Yeah! If each of this, every item hold...
That's right. They demonstrate the true
the shape of...
Most people perceive time as a linear concept, almost like a straight line that can only move forward. We can... But there's also a different...
At what?
Let's say your journey ended right now. Thinking exactly. Take out a portion of that. The future is the... Of course. Humanity excels at living in the present. But while the pilgrimage, and then only by uniting the people of Natlan across countless eras can we fight back against an enemy as formidable as the Abyss. To come up with such a set of rules, the first Pyro Archon must have possessed a level of insight I can only imagine. That's correct. At first, he was a mortal man with no special power. After he ascended to the Divine Throne, he used it to borrow power from the heavens and establish the rules of Natlan. Namely, a framework through which ordinary people can ascend to Archonhood. By holding the pilgrimage, we're able to determine the strongest among us. And when that person ascends to the Divine Throne, their inner flame will awaken. In addition, the sacred flame will grant them significant knowledge and memory of this land. After all, that's how I came to know everything I just told you.
So, it all comes down to the power of the Divine Throne and the rules. Wait, is that a family portrait?
Yes. That's my mother, father, younger sister, and the little saurians we raised. I turned a piece of my dad's leather armor into a canvas and commissioned a famous artist to paint our likeness.
Your sister is so cute! It looks like the two of you. Paimon was having a hard time. It really doesn't look like there was anything...
A little late for that question.
Sorry, Paimon...
No matter what others may say, becoming the Archon doesn't mean you sever ties with your family. The position just comes with a lot of responsibilities, so it impacts how often you get to see them. My father made the most delicious stew, so my sister would often bring me a large pot of his cooking, and we would sit on a blanket and eat it together. One time, we didn't close the door securely, and my sister immediately burst into tears. The two troublemakers were going for the meat, but when they saw my sister's distress, they froze on the spot. I still remember the way they laid there.
Wow.
Isn't that what being a family is all about? I think about that story a lot, actually. As the Archon, I made a vow to defend this nation, and experiences like that, they remind me exactly what I'm trying to protect.
Well, what happened after that? This portrait looked...
I believe she ended up working as an architect and artist. She built many... Anyway, that's enough about me. Now that the powder is settled, place the ancient name up there, and then we'll begin. Surely as the echoes of life resound through heaven and earth, so too shall our stories remain eternal. Ancient name, take us to your fated bearer. Allow her to answer our call.
Am I hallucinating again?
Kachina! Are you okay?
Huh? I'm not seeing things, am I? Is the Abyss playing tricks on me again?
It's okay, Kachina. It's just us. We're trying to find a way to bring you back.
Everyone, you have to listen to me. I've been investigating the Night Kingdom this entire time, and I figured out what's wrong. The Wyab is being affected by the Abyss. I was waiting for the Wyab to send me back, but then this really strong monster came in and it almost killed me. The Wyab saved me, even though its power is weakening, so I've been hiding from the monsters while trying to find a way to help. The Night Kingdom has become a huge mess, though. I keep hearing these awful sounds and seeing really horrible things.
Don't listen to those sounds, Kachina. The Abyss is trying to strip you of your sanity. All you need to do is stay safe and wait for us. We'll be there shortly.
It's okay. I feel so much better now that I've had the chance to talk to you guys. You don't need to worry about me. I've never been strong or special at all, really. So I don't blame anyone for forgetting about me or leaving me behind. Just knowing you care is more than enough. I'll find a way back. You don't have to put yourselves in danger to come rescue me.
You're always like this, Kachina. Now's not the time to act tough. We're coming for you, and that's final. I don't know what lies the Abyss has been feeding you, but I'll tell you something right now. Nobody here. You're a victor of the Night Warden Wars, a hero of Natlan. All you need to do is wait for us to rescue you, and you'll get all the applause and recognition you deserve.
I'm really scared. Everything's so dark and creepy. Still, I don't want you to put yourselves in danger because of me. I don't want to
All you need to do is place your trust in us, just like you always have. No one fights alone. We're not leaving you behind. Not ever.
Yeah, we're so close, we can't come.
Looks like we've lost contact. Now comes the most dangerous part. You have to traverse the Night Kingdom in your physical form. This entrance to the Night Kingdom was left behind after an abyssal invasion. Even a brief amount of time inside could expose you to corrosion.
I know. I'm prepared for that possibility.
All right, then I wish you all the best. I'll tell Koichi to be ready just in case. She's very experienced in dealing with abyssal corruption. That face you just made. Don't tell me you two got into another argument.
No, I just feel bad for creating more work for her.
I'll go with them too, Archon. The more people, the stronger the party.
Thank you so much for your help, everyone. It really means a lot that you're willing.
Now that I've lost my power, I won't be able to provide much practical support. But I can still keep an eye on the situation. Eon-san, I know it's unlikely, but if you encounter a situation you can't handle...
That won't happen.
I hope not.
Time to go. Yeah.
So we're underneath Natlan right now?
That's because in the distant past, Natlan was home to an incredibly advanced... Humans only established their own society after...
So these are Saurian ruins? Wait, you mean like the elemental sovereigns?
Yes, a really long time ago. Very few records have these ruins have been...
So what you're saying is...
No. It's going to be obstacle...
Why are you all laughing like that?
It's the pre-adventure excitement kick.
Of course. I'm eager to get started.
Then let's go. We won't let anything stand in our way.
Seems like the road ends here. How should we get across?
As a professional trainer, I think you could stand to build up your endurance, Paimon.
Professional trainer? Paimon thought you were a warrior from the Collective of Planning.
Well, that goes without saying. But I actually work as a sports coach. I provide professional guidance for many of Natlan's popular sports. And I don't just mean physical training.
Those guys look familiar.
We've fought them before. Let's go. Show no mercy.
Into the wind. Clouds high. The birds call. The wind knows me.
Bow your head.
I will have order.
Solidify!
Whoa, the place we need to go seems really high up.
Settle down.
Can't see?
The tides beckon.
One with nature. Fallen leaves. Adorn my night. Into the wind.
This is order.
Stabilize.
Silence.
The wind knows me.
Solidify.
One with the forest.
This is the final stretch. We just need to climb up, and we'll be there. Nothing to it.
Easy for you to say.
This must be the entrance to Pyro.
Yes. There's something in...
We actually have to go in? Okay, Paimon just needs to psych herself up. Hey! You don't have to drag Paimon! You're pulling too hard!
Looks like we made it. This is the Night Kingdom. It looks so... That overflow of energy is probably what trapped...
From this point forward, everything we know about the real...
Paimon's more worried about...
Do you see that patch of light on the ground?
Oh yeah, right in front of us. So that's coming from up there?
Just like I said, our real world... If this was the real world...
That's it? Right.
So that means all we need to do is find
Exactly. This light is stream...
Yeah, these
Those are all manifestations of abyssal power. Be careful.
Ghost! A talking ghost!
Calm down, I'm here to help. You're the ones who helped Vichama, right? Yes, I'm Vichama's friend, Malko. I was completely lost to this realm until I sensed a mysterious power calling out to me. It's like it was seeking me out, attempting to reassemble the pieces of who I used to be. Of course, it could only do so much. I'm sorry I can only appear before you in this imperfect form.
No, we should be the ones apologizing. If the Spirit Speaker's stone hadn't become corrupted by the Abyss. But we had to destroy it.
Of course. Under the power of the stone, it turns out even our regrets were...
Whether in triumph or...
Exactly. That may not be... You're looking for a young girl from the Children of Echoes, right? I'd like to help her while I'm still in this... Be careful.
Paimon didn't realize it had gotten this bad.
It's like a seething volcano ready to engulf our world at any moment.
Ouch!
Quick, get back here. You can't go wandering off. Stick close to me. My power will be able to ward off attacks for the time being. We won't be able to keep this up. Let's try another route. This way.
Time to go.
Not good. More monsters.
We shouldn't waste our time on them.
Order guide you. Stabilize. Bow your head.
Oh, Paimon can't see anything!
It's easy to get lost here. Just stick close.
Did you hear that?
What?
Never mind. It was...
Don't scare Paimon like...
I heard it too.
What did it say?
Doesn't matter.
Paimon just heard it too! Let's keep going. Paimon wants to get out of this place!
Kachina! Oh, honey? Looks like our reunion will have to wait until we take care of these. Good idea. Let's go, Swirly!
Crumble! Settle down, be sanctified.
You're here. You're finally here. Thank you so much. That monster can appear from anywhere. It almost caught me a bunch of times. The Wyap's power helped keep me hidden, so I just tried to stay out of sight until you got here.
Atta girl. You did so well. And most importantly, you weren't hurt.
Should we start heading back then?
Actually, I have a request. Will you come visit the Wyap with me? I can't exactly put it into words, but something's wrong with the Ode of Resurrection. And
That was the Pyro Archon's theory as well. Everything we've seen here certainly...
In the Night Kingdom, there are 6 main totem poles. You can think of them like the body. There are countless proxies, but if a proxy were to become severely...
Judging by the current situation, I don't think we're dealing with just one contaminated proxy. Even if we could drive back the abyssal power from one of them, that probably wouldn't even put a dent in the problem.
Still, we can't just...
I agree. We might even manage to draw out the monster that's been hunting Kachina. Getting rid of the monster might slow down the deterioration of the Night Kingdom.
Kachina? What's...
Nothing. Just a headache. And
Maybe we really should leave. Kachina's already been here for too long.
No, I'm fine. Just up ahead. I'll lead the...
Listen to me, Kachina. We'll come with you. But that's because we want to help the You don't have anything to prove.
All right. The sooner we get this done, the better.
We've already come all this way. So we might as well try to get to the bottom of this.
Let's go. This way.
I'll stay here and try to stall the Abyss monster.
All by yourself? That's too dangerous.
It's all right. I may not be as strong as that monster, but I'm definitely more familiar with the area. Besides, I don't have much time left. If you're anything like my friend, I'm sure you're not particularly fond of goodbyes. So go. Achieve your goal, and return to the world where you belong.
Thank you for everything.
You're a true hero.
No one fights alone.
Does your head still hurt? Let me help you walk.
I'm fine. You should know I'm made of stronger stuff than that. Wyap! I'm back! My friends and I are here to heal you. Wyap, can you hear me?
So we were right. The contamination is already too... Alright, get ready, everyone! Time to purge the abyssal energy from this place!
Careful. We've got company.
Already?
You really think that puny soul could slow me down? Courage in the face of futility is pure folly. He tried to get in my way, so I disposed of him.
You killed Malco?
He would have dispersed with or without me. You may have defeated others of my kind in the past, but underestimate me now. No. The power of the Abyss is intoxicating. The destruction it seeks captivates like a masterful work of... I thought this naive little girl was an exception, but it turns out humanity is full of lambs willing to offer themselves up to the slaughter. That is the tragedy of your short lives. You understand nothing of all-encompassing power. Ancient names, pride, friendship, all empty ideas invented to give you a false sense of self-worth. They possess no power at all. The Pyro Archon created those grandiose ideals out of pure selfishness. Anything to avoid sharing power. Anything to avoid handing over the primordial gift to ordinary... Don't believe me? Then ask yourself, why is the Pyro Archon strong beyond measure, while you, Kachina, remain so pathetically weak?
Kachina! Give me your hand. Feel that? I'm right here next to you.
Thanks, Moalani. You're right. I have nothing to fear, because I'm not alone anymore.
You're right. Maybe comforting ideals don't have any power. But you also couldn't be more wrong. You've never had to work for your own strength.
What?
The courage we have to stand before you and not back down. The power lies in, but in our commitment to upholding that ideal.
Well said!
Let's go, Kachina. It shouldn't take more than 2 of us to handle an enemy like this.
Sorry in advance, but you deserve what's coming to you!
There aren't many in Natlan who can beat us when we're together. It's time he got a taste of that kind of power.
From the ashes to this
Let's
world!
That's up!
Hear the infernos! How brightly burns
Right here.
the truth!
Clear the area!
Revelation from on high! A glimpse of the future!
Amazing!
What a small price to pay! Let the soul turn to dust!
We won! We actually won!
That's what he gets for underestimating you two.
Fantastic work, Kachina! Absolutely fantastic!
This makes me so...
I'm happy too, Moalani. Together we really are unstoppable!
Huh? My ancient name is... glowing? But I thought I didn't bring it with me!
It's probably a projection from the real world. But that doesn't explain why it's glowing all of a sudden.
Wait, does that...
That was a bold move, diving headfirst into the fire to save your friend, especially in a place so overrun with abyssal corruption. Still, seeing you pull it off was really something. Everything you said was exactly right. As isolated individuals, we stand no chance against the power of the Abyss. It took years' worth of scars and lots of unnecessary suffering for me to understand that for myself. The Pyro Archon's plan will unite us as one. Everyone has a part to play. Only then will we have the power to defeat the strongest of foes.
Who are you?
Tupac, a warrior from the people of the Springs. I fought against the Abyss during the invasion 500 years ago.
I've heard that name before. You were the giant who saved all of Natlan.
Since you were able to awaken my words from your ancient name, that means you have fully embodied the aspirations of the Wayub. Under the name Umoja, you shall unite the tribes and save Natlan from its impending doom.
Me?
As long as blood still runs through your veins, even the tiniest spark of steel against stone can ignite a flame. Its blaze will become one with our vision for Natlan. Even amid everlasting darkness, our bonds remain eternal.
What's wrong, Moalani?
So many memories. So that's what happened.
What do you mean? Did you just figure something out?
500 years ago, they foresaw the very crisis we're facing now. Efforts to save Natlan started all the way back then.
We can go over the details once we get back. We shouldn't linger here longer than we have to. I know bits and pieces, but I had no idea Mualani was also part of the plan.
This sounds like something that's going to need a lot of explaining. Let's focus on... Okay, that should be enough. Why up? Can you hear me?
I hear your voice, Kachina, my dear child.
Great. Well then, I'm afraid it's time to say goodbye. I just wanted to make sure you were okay before we leave. I was going to ask why you bestowed an ancient name upon someone like me, but it's okay. I'll keep searching within myself for the answer. I'll never stop trying to improve my strength. One day, I'll live up to the hero you saw in me.
You are already an outstanding child in my eyes, Kachina. No matter what happens.
Huh?
You are all my most beloved children. It has always been my honor to protect and nurture you. Your ancient name is just that. A name. Much like your parents chose to name you Kachina, I also gave you a name, but it need not define you. Focus on who you want to be. You are already worthy of your name. Now, you need only devote yourself to becoming a better you. The story of your ancient name is for you to continue. Just like your parents, my love for you will never change, no matter what the future holds.
Thank you, Wayab.
It gladdens me to see the Pyro Archon's plan move another step towards completion. But it is time for you to leave this place. The situation here is getting worse. Go now, my children. Save Natlan on behalf of all you hold dear.
I know we've never met before, Wayab, but I just wanted to say thank you for encouraging Kachina. It was exactly what she needed to hear.
Whoa! What's going on?
We're out of time.
It's the power of the Abyss. Quick, we need to run!
It's a Seelie! The Seelie opened the way for us!
You've done well. Now come home.
We're back! The Pyro Archon saved us.
But she's not here. Yeah, didn't she say she used it all up?
She's still in the speaker's chamber.
What? So you're saying her consciousness did all that?
Every great display of power comes at a price. You must feel terrible, Kachina. Let's get back to the stadium. The Pyro Archon said she'd have a doctor.
I recommend getting a full checkup, just to make sure no damage gets left behind.
Paimon feels okay. What about you, Traveler? Right.
Let's get going. We need to share what we learned.
Right. The what?
I'll let her explain every move we make from here.
Huh. There's a lot less stuff here than before.
It's good to see you all here in one piece. I know you must have a lot of questions, but let Koichi check you over first.
Thank goodness you made it back. Take a seat, everybody. All right. I have to say, though, I've never seen anyone react to the Abyss like you, Traveler. It's like...
He always has been special like that.
Given the current situation, that ability will likely play...
Of course.
Thank you, Koichi.
All right, all right. Just give it time.
Yeah.
All right. There's so much I'll get straight to the point. Natlan is on the verge of destruction. It's very possible our nation has less than a year before total devastation.
Huh?
No. That can't be true, can it?
That's right. But I've only ever disclosed that fact to the handful of people working with me to save this nation. Our looming destruction is not a recent development, but the inevitable conclusion of the disaster the Abyss initiated 500 years ago.
Mualani told us a little bit about that.
500 years ago, all the nations of Teyvat were invaded by the Abyss. Unlike the other nations, Natlan never had stable and deep-rooted ley lines, so we suffered the worst of the invasion. The battle against the Abyss was exceedingly long and brutal. In the end, victory came at the cost of our civilization and countless lives. Even then, it took centuries of solving the disasters caused by the Abyss to finally achieve the peace we know today. And still, this is but a superficial victory. The forces of the Abyss have merely been driven back underground. Their threat to Natlan remains as real as ever.
I'd never have guessed.
The problems plaguing the Night Kingdom are all the more complicated because that realm is essentially functioning as Natlan's ley lines. Immediately after the war, our calculations estimated that we would have a maximum of 500 years before the Night Kingdom was completely lost to the Abyss. But at that time, we were a nation of the destitute. Our people no longer believed in victory, nor did they hold hope for the future. Our civilization was dying, our faith crumbling, and the line of power passed down from the Wyab nearly severed. If we didn't bring the nation back together, it would be foolish to even dream of defeating the Abyss in the future. So, the Archon had a long and involved discussion with the heroes of each tribe, and finally came up with a 500-year-long plan to save Natlan.
So that's what happened. After finding Kachina, I encountered a strange figure who gave me a series of new memories. Since the plan was mentioned in those memories, I guess I've been chosen to play an important role in it. But there's still something I don't understand. Those memories showed me the Pyro Archon from back then. And it was you.
Huh? But that doesn't make any sense! The Pyro Archon is supposed to be human. It's impossible for a human to live that long.
That's right. The hardest thing for humans to overcome has always been time. Or rather, the natural limitations of our lifespan. A god can extend a human's life by using a certain amount of divine power, or subjecting them to a curse. But, as we all know, Natlan doesn't have gods like that. We can only rely on our own methods. A human life is like a flame destined to be extinguished. 500 years ago, I placed my life within the sacred flame. Only by dying before my time could I have the chance to wake up again.
So, in other words, this is your second life?
Yes. We only managed to defeat the Abyss all those years ago because the tribes came together as one. If the Natlan of the future was to have a fighting chance, the Pyro Archons that came after the war had to rebuild the decimated tribes. The goal was to reunite the people and restore the strength of each tribe's Wyab. Once a tribe was back to its full strength, the tribe's Wyab would select a hero, indicating the tribe was once again ready for war. The Chosen would then stand by my side in defense of our nation, just like great heroes of old 500 years ago.
So that means I'm one of the Chosen?
That's right. You bear the ancient name Umoja, the same one held by the hero from your tribe 500 years ago. It means unity. After your adventure in the Night Kingdom, I trust you've come to fully understand the meaning of that name.
So in other words, you always knew who the Wyab were going to pick from each tribe?
Yes. According to the plan, each tribe was supposed to have been fully restored by the time I awoke. But something went wrong along the way. The 6 heroes successfully inherited the ancient names from 500 years ago, but the intel regarding the plan wasn't passed on to them. Once again, it comes down to the deterioration of the Night Kingdom. Communication between the Sacred Flame and the Wyab has been blocked.
Just like how the Ode of Resurrection failed to bring Kachina back.
Exactly. It's just another tactic the Abyss is using against us. The Abyss may not possess intelligence, but its methods certainly aren't easy to counter. If we want to unblock that information from being passed on, my presence alone isn't enough. The ancient name-bearer must establish a greater connection to their name. So, I've tried my best to help them from the sidelines. Currently, Shilonin of the Children of Echoes, Kinich of the Scions of the Canopy, and Iansan of the Collective of Plenty have all been acknowledged by their names. During your adventure, you too earned the acknowledgement of your Wyab, Mualani. In the process, you gained the memories stored within your name.
But we have less than a year!
Yes, but we have no choice. We cannot start the plan until all the heroes have been gathered. That's also why I haven't been able to take action despite the urgency of the situation.
But if you knew this whole time, why didn't you just tell me about my role in all this? Wouldn't that make everything go a lot faster?
Perhaps, but the opposite could also be true. Knowing your destiny too early could mean failing to realize your full potential. Just like your determination to save Kachina, I hope your commitment to this endeavor comes from your own strength of will, rather than a sense of obligation.
So I suppose you're not going to tell us who the final two heroes are then?
That's right. Their time is yet to come. Putting pressure on them beforehand will only hinder their development. I can only trust in the judgment of the Wyab. I have never believed I could solve this crisis alone. In fact, it was precisely because I chose to trust and rely on others that we managed to get this far. Natlan's salvation lies not in its Archon or any singular individual, but in us all. You're quite perceptive, aren't you? I thought I might get away with avoiding the topic.
Huh? Oh, right! All of the stuff you stored here before, where—
Even though I sacrificed my power, I still needed a contingency plan to ensure you would make it back from the Night Kingdom. After all, I was the one who allowed you to take that risk, and Mualani has an important role to play in my plan. In addition to their sentimental value, the items I stored here held a much more important purpose: fuel.
Fuel? Ah, so back then, that's why you—
Yes. The stories embodied by those items are certainly important, but there's an even more significant trait they all share. Every item belonged to a hero of Natlan. Over time, they became imbued with a certain amount of contending fire from being carried in battle. On their own, each item's power is limited, but together, their combined effect can prove quite useful in a dire situation. By burning those items, I was able to activate the contending fire stored within them to open the boundary between the— It was a rather crude approach, so—
But weren't they all—
That's exactly why I dragged you all here. No matter what, I never wanted the Pyro Archon to have to use that power. Oh, I'm so sorry.
You have nothing to be sorry for. You all deserve my thanks, actually. If you hadn't saved the totem pole, that area of the Night Kingdom would have been forever lost to the Abyss. And then, it would only be a matter of time before the Children of Echoes was met with disaster. Besides, when those heroes entrusted their belongings to me, or the Pyro Archon of their time, it was out of a desire to contribute to Natlan's survival. If they knew those items helped save the present-day heroes of Natlan, they would not mourn their loss.
Even when you put it that way.
There's no need. The people and the events of the— If you still have regrets, let them fuel your resolve. Your deeds will become new legends, and—
Well, we'd still like to return—
Well, now that Kachina has returned, we could all use the rest, that's— Try not to let it get to you. All right. You should head out. I'll join you in a bit.
When I was young, I used to sit by the hot springs and listen to the stories of warriors from all over Natlan. They attract people from all walks of life. Friends come easy here, no matter what tribe you're from. The people of the springs have never claimed the hot springs as their own private property. They are there to bring all hot spring buddies together. It's been really nice. I've witnessed their— I'm certain one day, when I'm no longer in fighting form, I'll come here and tell stories to all the So, you better get busy, Pyro Archon, or I'll end up running out of stories.
Our nation is engulfed in darkness. Our tribes stand divided, and yet you promise victory in the distant future. The Abyss is a cunning enemy, one that I faced in battle many times. My rage will never know absolution, and my power will no longer aid you in victory. But you came to me because you knew you could convince me with just a single sentence. I understand your choice. The heroes of today will forge the path ahead with blood and fire. Just remember to earn us the victory we are owed. Otherwise, rest assured, I'll find a way to collect the debt. For Natlan.
So, you're gonna head 500 years in the future to serve as the Pyro Archon again? But what about the you from right now? You're just gonna die?
You can't ask her those questions and expect her to answer, my dear. The decision is hers to make, and she deserves our support. We will do everything we can to rebuild the tribes. Don't you worry. Even across time, we will all do our part to fight for Natlan's future.
Yeah, Mom's right. Oh, seriously though, Dad should be here.
I imagine... Just remember, no matter what happens in the future, we will always love you.
I'll come find you one day. I know I can't live that long, but I'll think of something. There has to be a way for us to meet again one day. If there's an answer out there somewhere, I'm gonna find it. So, don't forget about me.
If that's your decision, then you have my full support, Archon.
May our children live to see such a lovely son.
For Natlan!
No one fights alone.
The rules are my legacy. They shall grant us the strength to overcome the next tragedy.
War forged the 6 tribes, taught us how to fight, instilled in us what it means to love.
Who will be the one to bring this to an end?
We are the inheritors of memory and legend. Those who grew alongside sun and wind. Those who forged our own destiny and future. That is Natlan's fire. The lifeblood of our nation.
the victory feast too?
Oh, no. No, it's not that I don't.
Ah, well, you...
She didn't cause any trouble.
Yeah, she was super...
That's good.
Is there a reason you asked? You...
Maybe it seemed her impulse to
So, what you're saying is...
Okay, so, anyway.
What? Do you really...
No way. Just, I appreciate the understand. Oh, and if you ever need a doctor, you know who to find.
Huh. Who would have thought there was a deeper reason behind... In the end, it's all the
Let's give a huge round of applause to our brave young warrior, Kachina!
Well done.
I always knew you could do it, with so much...
You're one to talk. Don't think I didn't know you were the first.
I had no choice!
Oh, really? So you weren't just trying to get...
I wasn't, I swear, when he insisted on repaying the favor.
But the fact of the matter is, I'm really sorry, Kachina.
It's amazing that you...
So,
Our team captain drank too...
Sir...
Alright. There's, dear friends, firstly, I'm grateful to my friends, this traveler and his companion Paimon. They've agreed to and let's not forget my good friends, Moalani, Chaska, Kanich, and Ayan-san. They all helped the traveler, and they too deserve to be called our heroes. So...
Well said!
I'll drink to that. How does it... To be honest, it's...
Well, you better get used to it.
Hey, please don't...
Ah, you're here. Have some fruit juice. I got it specially for you two.
How did you know? That's my...
You look like you've still got questions. Ask away. Because they had their own lives to live. The thought of telling them, abandon your families and everyone you love, and come with me to the end of time. You could just as easily imagine if I said I couldn't make them shoulder. Besides, every generation will have its heroes, this one included. Or, of course, without...
Paimon suddenly remembering that...
Yes, it was. From what I've been able to piece together, she played an... Still, it was an impressive... You feel loss keenly. It seems to stir up feelings of regret in you. But this is something I have long since come to terms with. This is a war. And there can be no war without loss. The people of Natlan look to me as their Archon. And the weight of their...
Yeah, doesn't...
I suppose, but even if the future ends in destruction, and it's precise, this is a pivotal moment. Well, 3, to be precise. Your resistance to the... If you agree to join us...
Ancient names can be...
They can. Possessing an ancient name, the Ode of Resurrection may have... Just like in the Night Kingdom, I will...
Yeah, we can't just...
Wonderful. Then we've never forged an ancient...
My lord, we've received word that the Pyro Archon has lost much. Although your injury complicates things, this is most certainly the opportune time to seize the Gnosis.
Victory and defeat are rules, not outcomes. I have never taken advantage of an opponent in a time of weakness, and I don't intend to start now. As for you, I must confess, I did not expect that little trick of yours to save the day.
No matter how dense the fog, you don't have much time.
I'm beginning to see just how useful you may to you.